So once you have your clip, you want to find a start and an end point. Now once you get to the point where you get the kill, you want to click on the clip and either click this little button right here or click M. Now once you do that, you want to find a spot where you want the screen to start getting more and more black and white. So for me, it's a couple seconds before I shoot the gun. So once you found that spot, you want to go to your effects tab and grab the color balance HLS effect. For this effect, you do not need any plugins. It comes with Premiere. You're going to drag this onto your clip, and the spot where you want it to start getting black and white, you're going to press this little stopwatch button next to saturation. If you don't see this panel, make sure you're selected on your clip, and if it doesn't pop up after that, you want to go to Window and make sure that Effect Controls is checked. Then you want to go 1 frame before you place that marker where the kill is, and you want to change the saturation to anywhere from -75 to -100. Personally, I either like -85 or 100. For this tutorial, I'm going to go -85. Now once you change the saturation value to -85 or whatever yours is, you want to cut the clip, not where you are now, but on the frame of the kill or where you placed your marker. You might have to zoom in pretty far to just make sure that you're accurate. If you don't know how to cut the clip, you just press C and then click where you want it to cut. Now once you cut the clip, you'll see 2 different halves of it. Now on the right half, you want to make sure that this stopwatch next to saturation is white. So if it's blue, you want to click it and then press OK. You also want to make sure that the saturation value is at negative whatever you had it at before. So mine's -85. Once everything's good, you want to hold left alt on your keyboard and drag this right side of the clip up. You don't want to let go of left alt at any time or else it will mess it up. Once you did that, you want to go to the link in the description to find this Shockwave effect. Once you imported the Shockwave effect, you can drag it onto your timeline and align it with the place where you drag the clip up. So it should look like this. Now, you can either change the scale to 150, or you can right click the Shockwave effect and then click one of these two, either scale to frame size or set to frame size. Now, you want to right click it again, go to speed/duration, and put the speed to around 500%. Then you can click OK. Now for this, you want to make sure that you're zoomed in all the way on your sequence, but you can use this bar at the bottom to do that. Then you want to go to the effect controls of the Shockwave and make sure that the blend mode is on screen. So if you don't see this, you just press the arrow next to opacity, blend mode, screen. I changed the color of the clips so you guys know what I'm talking about. You don't have to do this, this just makes it easier for you guys to understand. So now you want to click on the red clip or the upper layer in your situation, and then you want to make sure that you're on the very first frame of it, so it's aligned right with the start. Then you want to make sure that the color balance HLS effect is not on this layer, so you can get rid of that by pressing backspace. And then once you do that, make sure you're still on this layer, and you want to click this eclipse button underneath opacity. Once you do this, you want to change the mask feather to, I like it at 200, but if you don't want to change it, you don't have to. Then at the very beginning of this, you want to click the stopwatch next to mask expansion, and then to make this easier, you want to click where it says mask 1 so you can see the little preview of the mask. So it looks good how it is now, but you want to go around halfway into this Shockwave clip so you can see more of the expanded circle, and you want to drag the mask expansion up until it fills the inside of the circle. You can align this outside dotted line with the border of the Shockwave. So for me, at the point that I'm at, around 300 mask expansion looks good. Then you want to go further to the end of the Shockwave to where you can just see the very edge of it. I like how this looks, so now I'm going to go to the end of the Shockwave, the very last frame, and change the mask expansion now I want to change the mask expansion to as high as it can go so that I can't see any more of the black and white. Around 800 or 900 should do it. So now, once your playhead is aligned with the end of the Shockwave, you want to go back to your effects panel and search up S_glow. I will leave a link in the description to a tutorial how to get Sapphire for free on Premiere. But once you find it S_glow, you want to drag it onto your red clip, and in your effect controls, immediately you want to change the brightness to 1.2. So next you want to change the color. A blue/purple type of color looks good. And make sure that your playhead is still aligned with the end of the shockwave. And you want to click the stopwatch next to brightness. Now you want to move your playhead a little bit farther out. You can do this a second or so after your kill. And once you're here, you want to change the brightness to 0. Now once you're done with keyframing the glow effect, you should be done. And here is what the final result should look like.